Welcome back to Meal Monday. We're going to be making a quick instant pot meal. You're going to need frozen steak or fresh steak, olive oil, gluten-free noodles, and onion. I'm using part of an onion because I already cut some of this off. And then it's going to be frozen broccoli. These are from Costco. They're so quick, they're so easy. It comes with 4 packages in here, but I'm gonna go ahead and just use 2 packages. And all of this is gonna feed a family of 4. I say 4 because Leia ate some of it, but not a whole lot. And keep in mind that this is feeding children, not for full adults necessarily. So you may want to double the recipe if you're going to be feeding a lot of people. So first I'm going to start with 1 cup of water. You always want to make sure that you have a minimum of 1 cup of water, and then you're going to have a rack in here because you don't want it to burn. So first we're defrosting this frozen steak. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this open. If you have fresh steak, go ahead and skip this step if it's already thawed, because all I'm doing is I'm just using the Instant Pot to defrost my meal. I can't tell you how many times I forget to defrost my meat and then I just have to make something entirely different. But not with the Instant Pot. With the Instant Pot, you could defrost meat easily, just 1 cup of water, then put the meat on the rack, and we're gonna do it for 4 minutes. In this video, I think I left it a little bit longer because it was 4 minutes and then a little bit of pressure, and it was only a little pink in the middle. So I could have even done it for less time and it would have worked out good. So this just depends on your preference, how much you want it to be cooked before you're gonna saute it. And I'm gonna go ahead and get some water going, boiling for the noodles. These are gluten-free noodles, so they're a little bit fidgety, sensitive, so they get mushy kind of fast. It's not going to have the same shape or form as, wheat noodles, but it still is delicious and works out great. I found that this recipe actually tastes better with these rice noodles than regular pasta for some reason. I don't know what, but the combination is really good. So I'm going to also add some garlic, about 3 garlic cloves. And while my meat is defrosting, I'm gonna chop all of this up so that I can then saute it with the steak. So up to you, you can even do garlic. You can even do minced garlic. I always chop up my garlic. I don't know why, but that's just always been a habit of mine. But when my husband does garlic, he always uses I don't know if you call it a mincer, but he minces his garlic where he puts it in, I don't know the correct term for it, but he puts it in that metal thing. I don't remember what it's called. So you can do it that way. That's going to be easier and faster, but I just chop them up and then we'll go from there. Okay, so the water is pretty much almost to a boil, pretty hot already in there already. So I'm gonna add 2 of these. I get these from Costco, 2 of these little blocks of rice noodles, and we're gonna let go the pressure. And I actually take it back. I only did 4 minutes and I didn't really let it set under pressure. So you could probably even get away with 3 minutes. It does not take long to defrost meat in there. So I just took the liquids out so that way I can saute this meat, and I am just cutting it up. And then I'm gonna choose the saute setting, and I usually do custom 3 bars and then add about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. It just depends on your preference and how much olive oil that you like, but I usually do about 2 tablespoons. Sometimes throughout the recipe I have to add more, and then I'm gonna take cooking scissors, not regular scissors, and I'm gonna cut up the steak, and see how it's a little pink in the middle, so it's still perfect for sauteing. So from there, and I can't stop laughing because I'm hanging out with family and having a good time, and so I thought, I better just do a voiceover on this. So anyways, I'm adding the onion, garlic, sauteing that in the olive oil. I didn't wait for this to completely preheat. I always start my sauteing even while it's preheating, and it works good that way. And then I'm gonna finish up chopping up this steak, and then I'm gonna saute this steak after the onions have been sauteing for a little bit. You guys, this is such a delicious meal, so amazing and so quick and easy. And it's kid proof. My kids actually love it, and they ate almost all of it. So good. So I highly recommend it. Doesn't take very long, and you can even change the recipe to your liking. I've kept it really basic. I feel like there are a lot more vegetables I could add to make it a lot tastier and such. So I mean, it's really flexible as far as how you want to make it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and move that all around and add the meat. So this meat is going to, I prefer to caramelize it, or I should say sear it. So if you can get it to a saute where it's seared a little browned, that's gonna add so much flavor, like bursting with flavor. Next, let's add the blend. This is a delicious seasoning that has garlic, pepper, salt, and it tastes incredible. It's easy. Instead of doing a little salt, doing a little pepper, and like, it's just all in one, perfect proportions to make it taste delicious. And I noticed, just FYI, by the end of this video, I didn't add enough of the blend. So I ended up adding more blend of the blend at the end of everything. When it was all cooked, we went ahead and added more. So you may want to taste it as you're adding it. I don't have the exact measurement, but it's just going to be to taste. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and add the broccoli. This is 2 packages of the frozen broccoli from Costco. And keep in mind it's frozen, so make sure you leave it in there long enough so that it's not still frozen in the middle. All right, here it is, you guys. You're just gonna mix it up. Make sure that way it gets done evenly. Every so often you wanna mix it up as it's still sauteing. And I did have to add a little bit more olive oil because it started to burn a little bit. Then after it's cooked all the way, you're gonna go ahead and add your noodles. Keep in mind, like I said, and of course more seasoning, like I said, because they're gluten-free noodles, they kind of broke apart into little bits, but it's okay because it still tastes good. Okay, just a little bit more seasoning because it needs it, because that's literally the only flavoring that I'm using. Okay, you guys, here's the final product. It's so delicious. Even my kids love it. Lots of broccoli, steak, and gluten-free pasta with the blend seasoning in the Instant Pot. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for Meal Monday.